evening, everyone. Welcome back from the break, and thank you all for coming out to watch our Class 12 presentations. My name is Zoë Theunissen, and I will be sharing with you the journey I've been taken on via the Class 12 project. About a year ago, I had a very clear idea of what I wanted to do for my Class 12 project, and that was Hawaiian dance. Now, because I had such a clear idea, I decided that I had more than enough time to find a mentor or even check if there were classes available in Cape Town. And now the day I decided I needed to do something, it was about a week before I had to tell my guardians what I would be doing for the next 9 to 10 months. So I asked the lady that I know if she'd be willing to teach me Hawaiian dance. And however, with the poor luck I always seem to have, I was too late because she had already moved back to America a few days before. And me being the genius that I am, I had no backup plan. So I went to my very, very good friend, the internet, and I literally searched cool things to do for a Waldorf Great Wall project. And surprise, surprise, Google failed me. So, about a few days before I had to tell my guardians what I would be doing, I went on Facebook and I saw a video of people doing AcroZoga. And that's when I was like, yes, this is my project, this is what I'm going to do, without thinking it fully through, as per usual. I found a class that was very close to where I live and happens every Sunday. On the 17th of January, I attended my first class, and the lady and my future mentor, Isabel, she asked me if I had ever done acro in my life, and I replied with a very nervous no. Her husband and acro partner, Graham, then said to me, I really hope you know what you're getting yourself into. I did not. Once the class was over, I knew that I had to continue and make it official that AcroZoga would be my Class 12 project. In the beginning, I definitely had my doubts, self-doubts, and insecurities. Believing in myself was one of the biggest challenges I've had to face, and if any of you know me, a few of the frustrations that I've experienced during this time is finding a sports bra that fits. So if any of you know of a place that will help me out, that would be great. And the fact that we only had class once a week, and all I wanted to do was be on the same level as everyone else. And now I almost am, and I'm no longer in the beginner's class. AcroZoga consists of 3 main roles, that is basing, flying, and spotting. The base is usually lying on the back, making the flyer look good. The flyer is usually the one doing all the cool poses on the base's feet, hands, or shoulders. The spotter is just as important as the other 2, and makes sure that everyone lands safely on the floor should anyone fall out of the position. Now personally, I prefer basing, and I remember about a month ago, when my mentors were in Europe, a lady that was giving the class in the meantime, she asked me why I tend to not want to fly. And I said, it's because I'm scared that the base won't be able to hold me. And she looked at me very confused, and she said, well, that's not your fault. A base should be willing to hold big people, small people, tall people, or short people. If they're really a base, they should be willing to hold anybody. And from that day, I've enjoyed flying almost as much as I've enjoyed basing. People ask me what my favorite part about AcroZoga is, and most of the time they expect me to say basing or flying. But to be honest, it's the lessons that it's taught me. As cheesy as it may sound, it's the truth. AcroZoga has taught me to trust, not only in myself, but especially in others. It's taught me to speak to and meet new people. And if any of you know, you'll know that if any of you know me, you'll know that I find this extremely difficult to do. But most of all, it's taught me that failing is okay, and not getting something right on the first attempt is perfectly fine. Because with AcroZoga comes a solid support group cheering you on. I started my acro journey feeling very unsure of a lot of things, and I ended feeling fulfilled, supported, and grateful for every opportunity. And because of all these opportunities and lessons that I've learned, I've decided to continue doing AcroYoga after the grade 12 projects. Because like Ashley Graham said, strength does not come from the things you can do, it comes from the things you once thought you couldn't. I'd like to thank a few people. I'd like to thank Margaret for really focusing on me with the book binding. I'd like to thank Sky for the name of my project, AcroZoga. To my Acro class for always encouraging me and cheering me on. To Jason Hale for always believing in me and for getting me through this week just a little bit less stressed. To Chanel Bam for being my biggest supporter, venting machine, and an amazing friend. To my internal mentor and unofficial internal mentor, Kirsty Ray and Serene Rue, thank you both for all of your love, support, belief when I had my doubts, and all-around awesomeness. To my external mentor and unofficial external mentors, Isabel, Graham, and Marissa, for everything from extra lessons to messages, checking in, the interviews, and for always pushing me to do my absolute best. To my class, for always being the amazing people. I'm so proud to have you as a class. Then finally, to my parents, for all the time, money, love, belief, support, and strength, not only in this year, but always. Especially to my mom, for sitting in every class and filming, for being proud of me even when I was having a rough day. Thank you all for this incredible experience. Fetch a few things and then I'll be back.
na na na